For a lot of women, their biggest hater is their boyfriend or their husband. And I first want to start by saying there's this misconception that only men who are very obviously abusive do hating ass shit to their wives and their girlfriends. You know, the dudes who are very obviously verbally abusive. They call their wife horrible names. They're emotionally abusive, emotionally unavailable. They disappear for days on end without communicating. The cheaters, the drunks. We think that the physical abusers, the obvious abusers and jerks, those are the only ones who can be a hater in their relationship. And that's not true. Even the cutest, seemingly sweetest golden retriever boyfriend or husband can be a hater too. And while it won't be as jarring and as obvious as it would be in an obviously abusive situation where they try to isolate you from your friends and family and tell you that they don't trust them, where they might destroy your phone or ruin your tires so that you don't go anywhere. They might not threaten you to leave or do anything like that. But it could also come in the innocent form of, I know you've been wanting to have an extra baby, and I think that now is the time for us to have another child. But when you remove yourself from the situation and you actually look at the timing, you'll notice that he's feeling like such the family man when you decide to go back to school, or when you're getting offered a promotion, or when you've gotten to the best shape of your life, or when you've gotten a new friend group and you're starting to have fun that doesn't revolve around and include him. When you're starting to do activities that take you outside of the home, which cause him to have to step up more and actually be more of a hands-on parent to his children. When you start doing things that cause you to not have dinner ready on time, and he actually has to fend for himself. God forbid! And it's not just with babies too, okay? For those of you who are still with me and still focused, I appreciate you. Let's continue. They might do things like when you need them to watch the kids so you can go to that meeting or go to that class or go to that get together with your friends. That's when they feel sick and you can't go. Or that's when they cause a big argument that upsets you, and now you're unfocused and off of your game. That's when they become distant and get the cold shoulder. Every time you crack open a book to study for your class, they act like they don't want to talk to you anymore, and you start to put two and two together and you realize, wow, every time I do my schoolwork, he gets upset with me. So let me stop doing my schoolwork. You might start arguments like, all you've been doing lately is talking about your new business. All you've been doing lately is talking about your friends, when in actuality you haven't been talking about them a ridiculous amount at all. They just want to make you seem like your priorities are off so that you can start to question yourself. A lot of us don't like the awful truth, but I'm going to tell it anyway. A lot of these men marry us and get into relationships with us because we pale in comparison to them. We don't make them look bad. Could be superficial. We don't look better than them. We don't have a better personality than them. We're not funnier than them. We don't make more money than them. They are steps ahead of us in some way. And even women who have the best of husbands, if you ever get somewhere in life where it looks like you're outshining them, or it looks like they can no longer be the whole center of your life, they're going to show their whole ass at that point. This is why I tell women there's nothing wrong with relationships or marriage or any of that stuff. All I'm asking is always be smart. Always be steps ahead of the game. Always have your finances in order. Always have a plan of what you will do if that relationship falls apart. Always be thinking about, if this falls apart, how can I ensure that I will be okay as much as possible. Of course, some of you might have a broken heart, which is normal. Some of you might act tough and be like, nothing ain't gonna bother me. Okay. But it's normal to have emotional hurt. Okay. I'm saying make sure that you have a plan at all times. That is the smart thing to do. I want you to fall in love, but I want you to fall, but have a safety net that you have built for yourself so you don't come crashing down on the pavement, hitting rock bottom, and having absolutely nothing. Because one thing I can tell you, men will men. Men will be menning. If they ain't gonna do nothing else, they're gonna do that, okay? Everybody thinks that it's just it's other people's relationship. It's not mine. There's a quote that says, the folly of youth is thinking that what happens to others will never happen to you. And not just people in their youth think that way. Courtrooms are full of people who were once in love. Courtrooms were full of people who once trusted each other, who could tell each other's deepest, darkest secrets, and who knew each other's quirks. People who had great sex together, people who made plans to do amazing things. Divorce courts are full of couples who were once amazing couples, okay? Most people, unless you're getting together for some kind of business arrangement or financial arrangement or, green card or something, most people get together because they love each other, okay? But just make a plan so that you will be okay if it goes awry. And things do all the time. So it's okay to use your heart as long as you're using your head.